Hello, Mr. So-and-so here, and today we will have a look at the insect glaive. Now, in order to understand the weapon, we should first have a look at the equipment, because it's basically a two-part weapon. So on the one hand, we have the insect glaive, in that case of the beta, that is the feathered blade, and we have the kinsect, in our case the cauldron. Now in older games, the kinsect was actually tied to your feathered blade. They leveled up separately, but you couldn't detach it. So here in Monster Hunter World, we will be able to equip different kinsects and level them separately and equip them to whatever glaive we please. So let's check out the cauldron. The attack type says sever, so this kinsect actually does cutting damage, so attacking the tail with a kinsect might lead to you cutting the tail, or at least contributing to doing cutting damage. The other type would be blunt, and that kinsect will do KO damage to the head of the monster, so you can contribute to KOing the monster therefore. Otherwise, you can see they can have a status effect like poison, paralysis, etc., or an element. In that case, we only have poison. Leveling up the kinsect works by feeding it nectar, and at some point you reach a threshold, and then you will use other items to actually reach the next level. Feeding nectar can lead to different results, changing the path of the kinsect, also sometimes adding an elemental bonus depending on the nectar you're feeding, so that will be quite versatile, and we will need to go into detail there when the full game released and we know more about it. Now, the insect glaive actually has two movesets, and I will first show the basic moveset. Now you can simply draw the weapon by pressing triangle, or you can press R2 to send out the kinsect to gather extract. Now I send it out, of course, and on purpose I didn't make it hit anything, so we have the basic moveset, so we call it back by pressing L1 and circle. Now if you check out our display here, we have the sharpness bar, and below that we have the extract bar. It's showing a beetle, or of course a kinsect, and three squares that we can fill with extract. Now certain extracts give certain benefits, like red extract giving you additional damage. You have white and orange extract that can give you hearing protection from monster screams. You have green extract that can heal you, and if you combine them correctly, you can actually unlock the full power of the weapon till it runs out. Now let's first have a look at the basic moveset here. Pressing triangle, basic attacks, pressing circle, overhead smash. You can roll in any direction, and you can also combine these moves, of course. There we go. Now you see we can also vault. Now the insect glaive is also heavily based on aerial combat, so if you press R2 and X, you will do a vault attack, and from there you could press X again to evade in any direction you please, or you could attack. Now you could press triangle for a very basic hit, or you press circle for a dash attack. Now if we actually attack something, nothing will change about the triangle attack, but if you hit with the circle attack, it actually catapults you up again. So that's it for the basic movement, and this is something you only want to use while you're still gathering extracts. Now the combination that we want to use for the attack bonus, the earplugs protecting us from monster screams, and also to unlock the full moveset, we will need to gather red extract, in the case of the training area, that will come from the pole, white extract that will come from the barrel here, and orange extract from the small barrels. Now with a monster in the real world, you will actually have to figure out what part gives you what extract, and you have to be aiming for the parts while the monster is moving, so it's definitely not a beginner weapon. With monsters, rule of thumb would be that the head normally gives red extract, the legs normally give white extract, and the torso normally gives orange extract, with the tail giving green extract for healing purposes. This can differ by monsters, so you definitely have to check that out for yourself, and in particular with each monster, each new monster that you encounter, you have to start over and see if that rule still applies. Now, I told you before, you can simply press R2 to send out the Kinsect directly, or you can aim with L1 and then press R2 to mark something, and the Kinsect will then actually attack that spot, or you press triangle directly to have the Kinsect gather extract instantly. Then you can recall it by pressing circle, filling you up with extract right away. Now let's start with sending it out directly with the weapon sheathed. There we go, red extract. Now we call it back, L2 and circle. Then we gather white extract, pressing triangle, and we call it back. And then we press triangle again and we gather orange extract and we call it back. And you can see I'm flashing, full bonus. So let's check out the triangle moves. And there you can see the moveset became a lot stronger. This is the circle attack. As you can see, more hits, of course. Again, you can combine them. Now let's check out our vault. The dashes become longer, the vault is higher. This is the triangle attack, so you can see a lot of twirling. And that is the circle attack. Now at some point the extract will start flashing, and that's when it's about to run out. So you need to regather the extract over and over in the fight. So you can already stash that up, like sending out the Kinsect. Now it has the red extract, but I'm not calling it back. I'm waiting till the extracts have run out. Just a little bit longer. And then you can instantly call it back and start gathering extracts again. So while it's a fun weapon and definitely looks cool, it's definitely not a beginner weapon if you ask me, because you have to know the monsters, you always have to do the micromanagement with the extracts, because it's really not worth it to use the weapon without the full moveset unlocked. And in the end, I guess we will still get that. You will have armor skills in the game, probably also something called, or that might also be part of the Kinsect. We don't know that yet. Extract extenders, so you will be able to keep the extract bonus up longer, things like that. But yeah, as I said, pretty fun weapon. On the other hand, it's definitely not easy to know what to aim for and what to gather if you are new to the series. Anyway, I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.